We just got a new trailer for Superman, and the more I see of this movie, the more I can't wait, because this new trailer looks amazing. We start off the trailer with Lois interviewing Clark as Superman, so I guess that means Lois knows who he is at this point. By the looks of it, either she's known for a while or she just found out during this quote-unquote date. And I really like this scene because it shows just how different these two are. Lois is the cynical reporter who believes that doing the right thing isn't always as simple as Superman makes it out to be. There are laws set in place for people to follow. Superman can't just interfere and stop wars, even though he probably can. And what this scene tells me is that this Superman at this point in his life isn't as experienced. There's a lot he still has to learn. But this scene also does a great job at showing us just how eager he is to help people, and that there's almost a childlike naivete to him. We cut to Rick Flag Sr., who I guess is now the Secretary of Defense. Later, we see him with the Engineer, a member of the Authority, and this unknown masked figure arresting Superman. Now, a lot of theories online say that they think it's Ultraman underneath that mask, aka an evil version of Superman from another Earth, but I really hope it's not. I feel like we need a break from the oversaturation of the multiverse concept. Some people say maybe Lex creates Ultraman, but I don't know if I like that idea. I don't know how seriously I can take it if Superman unmasks that guy and it's also David Corenswet, but do I think this guy is a Lex Luthor creation? Definitely. I just hope it's like Parasite or something, because that would make a lot more sense as to how Superman ends up pretty beat up later on in the movie. I like how when Lois says, "Did you consult with the president?" her voice is overlaid with footage of Lex Luthor. So could presidency be in Lex Luthor's future one day, because an evil billionaire dipping his hands into politics isn't too far-fetched nowadays. We get quick glimpses of Superman fighting a robot called the Hammer of Baravia. We know it's called the Hammer of Baravia because we actually saw this guy in a Daily Planet newspaper in the teaser trailer. Superman crashes in downtown Metropolis, and I love that someone helps him up. Christopher Reeve once said that Superman is like a really good neighbor. And I like that this scene shows us that you don't need to be Superman to be a good neighbor, and that sometimes even Superman needs help from his neighbors. Also, on a side note, I like how Superman is pretty quippy here. I feel like a lot of Superman portrayals picture him as this goody two-shoes Boy Scout, but in this trailer, he throws a few quips here and there, which is something Superman does. Lex breaks into the Fortress of Solitude with the Engineer, and the Engineer kills some of Superman's robot friends. We actually see Superman in tears as he loses one of these robots in the teaser, and I hope when this scene happens in the movie, we all feel just as bad as Superman. Like, I feel like this scene has the potential to be something like the Wilson scene from Castaway. Also, the Engineer hits Krypto, but it looks like Krypto hits her back. Jonathan Kent is also in the trailer, and he drops some words of wisdom on Clark. Normally, people are used to Jonathan Kent dying before Clark even becomes Superman, but in most continuities, Jonathan and Martha Kent are both alive. Although James Gunn did say that he was heavily inspired by All-Star Superman, and in that story, Jonathan Kent dies. I'm honestly good either way, because on one hand, if Jonathan does die, Superman learns that even with all his powers, he still can't save everyone. But if they do keep Jonathan alive, it'll be nice to see him coming to his parents for help, which is something he does regularly. The Kents are integral to his character, so it would be nice seeing more of them. Overall, I'm super satisfied with this trailer. This isn't a play-by-play breakdown of everything in it, just the stuff I really like. I'm optimistic, but much like Lois Lane, I'm proceeding with just a tiny Ray Palmer-sized bit of caution and cynicism. Because part of me feels there's quite a lot of plot threads, and I hope that I walk out of this movie in July feeling like they've successfully tied all of them up neatly. But I trust in James Gunn, and I'm hopeful that he delivers. What do you guys think?